Hello guys, thanks for joining this week's meeting. For this week, we are working on the alternative modeling techniques and the data augmentation. So let's start with individual updates. Lihan, can you go first?
Okay, hello. So for the over past week, after we test the several future sets and identify 2 or 3 clusters, Injin and I were working on running our BRT model using these clusters, but the performance was not quite well. To explore further, Injin and I tried to use the alternative modeling techniques, like RNN and LSTM. By capturing temporal panels in the biosignal data, these models did increase the performance. So Yingqi gonna talk about the result of the performance. Also, looking forward to the feedback on these steps and any suggestions on implementing the hybrid approach and refining the IN and LSTM model. And also, for the next week, we are going to start to prepare for the final report. I just look over through the report. It includes so many details, much more details compared with the midterm report. So we have to start to prepare. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Lihan. My focus for this week has been on cognitive modeling techniques, specifically by implementing and evaluating both RNN and LSTM models. The aim with these models is to explore their strengths in capturing time-dependent patterns in our biosignal data. RNN, with their capability for short-term dependence, allow us to analyze sequences in a straightforward way. On the other hand, LSTM's architecture is better suited to handle long-term dependencies, making it ideal for identifying complex time-based relationships in biosignals. So far, I've worked on setting up both models and conducting initial tests to compare their performance. I'm analyzing results to see which model provides better predictive accuracy. And right now for RNN is 33%, and for LSTM is 17%. And my next step will include further tuning and refining both models to achieve optimal performance. That's for my part. Casper, can you share your parts?
Okay. I thought I'll be going the last one.
Oh yes. Probably we go with Xinyi first.
Yeah, my primary focus recently has been on enhancing clusters that contain fewer users, which are crucial but underrepresented in our current data set. To address this, I have implemented several data augmentation strategies aimed at not only increasing the quantity but also improving the representativeness of these smaller clusters. These techniques include synthetic data generation, data smoothing techniques, and augmentation through data perturbation. I also explored data perturbation, specifically perturbing data 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 points along the principal components. their distribution. Unfortunately, this approach didn't yield the diversity or the quality improvements we are hoping for in our data sets. So each of these methods brought its own set of challenges, from integration issues to not sufficiently improving the data quality or quantity needed for our models. Moving forward, I continue to refine these techniques. I monitor the impact closely, looking specifically at how well the augmented data integrates with our existing data sets and how it improves overall model performance. That's it.
Okay, thank you, Xingyi. Casper, can you share your parts?
Okay, so I've tried out the balanced clustering provided by Lihan and with BRT. It turned out not working well. The best we can get was still the previous I got for 66%. And I've also tried out alternative modeling methods, including those mentioned by Yunqi and Lihan, like RNN-LSTM, random forest regressor, as well as hybrid model of BRT and RNN. Like they say, in terms of accuracy, RNN and LCM are not performing really well. So as random forest regressor, getting a 16% accuracy and hybrid model of BRT and RNN of 24%. So that's what I did for this week. What I will work on next. So after so many trial and error with alternative modeling techniques and data augmentation techniques, I decided to stick with BRT and fine-tune it with the existing clustering we have, because the previous clustering that I tried last week, it was actually much better than the number the paper provided. So I think the best we can do is still with the BRT with the clustering method that we have already tried. So there's no issue this week. And for test assignment this week, and like Lihan say, we are going to spend most of the rest of our time on preparing the final report and the presentation. So to wrap it up, so basically we are not going to continue trying out the rest of any alternative models. So please, you guys can start working on the final report and presentation, and we still need to generate some diagrams, as Professor mentioned, from like the feedback he gave us on our midterm report. Yeah, I think that's it for this week.
Okay, thank you. So I will put this week's status report tonight, and this please check and to see like what I gonna put in the Trello. I think that's all for this week's meeting.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.